Inspiring good news in support of Ukraine, part 6 of 7, on between Master and Disciples, held in English.
Warning: sensitive images.
Gió đã mừng vì ước em qua, lá hát từ bàn tay thơm tho, lá khô vì đời chờ, cũng như đời người mãi âm.
Oh, Master asked us to remind Master to tell us another story that relates to Ukraine, Master.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Because I remember, I also have some good news for you, so remind me, okay?
Okay.
In Vietnam, there was one very talented and powerful army leader a long time ago, many centuries ago. And the Chinese came and invaded Vietnam one of the many times, and he was always winning until finally somehow he was captured. Somebody betrayed him, and he was captured. And the king of China at that time was admiring him, thinking he's such a good man, a good soldier, a good general, so he wanted to spare him. He said, well, we don't want to harm you or kill you. You just stay here with us and be our people.
Mm.
You can also lead our army. That's how the king trusted him, really.
Yes.
How can you trust an enemy army leader?
Yes.
But he was so much admired, this man. So the king offered to give him a high rank in the court or in the army. But he refused. The king said, then you just have to die. So he said to the king, I'd rather be the ghost of Vietnam than to be the king of China. Yeah. King doesn't mean the emperor, the smaller king. In the old times, we had many small kings, like in India also.
Yes.
And they still have some now. They still are kings, just as together in one country. Just like nowadays, we have governors of different states in America, but one president only. Okay, now, so he said, I'd rather be the ghost of Vietnam than to be the king of China. So, of course, they had to kill him. But then after they killed him, the king ordered his body to be buried very, very grandly, just like one of the highest officials in his court.
Wow.
Royally buried and very respectfully celebrated after he was killed. He has to be killed. He's an enemy. He doesn't want to change. So at that time, that is your only choice.
Yes.
You are enemies. Okay. That's what it is. Normally, the king already wants to forgive him and give him a high ranking, but he didn't want to. Many of the Vietnamese heroes are like that. Win or lose, they do not kneel.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't kneel, and then the guards have to beat their knees so that they drop to the floor.
Wow.
They don't want to kneel in front of other kings. They kneel only in front of their own king. Yeah, and then they beat the knees area.
Yes, Master.
So they cannot stand, so they have to kneel. But it's not like willingly.
Yes.
That's what the Ukrainians remind me of, because they say Ukraine will not kneel. Meaning they will not be obedient or surrender to Russia, to Putin.
Yes.
In the beginning, that's what I say. Ukraine will not kneel. And that reminds me of that story of our Vietnamese hero.
Yes.
Many are like that. Even women also, heroines. Yeah, they rather go and jump and drown themselves than surrender to the Chinese army, Chinese king and the system at that time.
Yes.
Many times when the Chinese invaded Vietnam, and many times they were met with fierce resistance. And sometimes they won, sometimes they lost. The thing is, if you force a country to be absorbed into your country, people don't like that.
Yes.
Especially when you use a brutal way to do that. Of course, nobody will like you.
Yes, that's true.
They will hate you to the bone. And you cannot govern that country too long. sooner or later somebody would revolt against you or kill you or assassinate you quietly or something.
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
Or even maybe your own people will do it because they also cannot bear it. Cannot bear your brutality and your unreasonable way of brutal acting against other countries' citizens.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
Like controlling or tyranny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people will revolt against you sooner or later.
That's right, Master.
Just like if a man rapes a woman and asks her to fall in love with him, how can it happen?
Right, Master.
Right, Master. Not possible.
Yeah, even if he is strong and powerful, it won't happen.
Yes,
that's
that's true.
You cannot win people's hearts by using this kind of evil brutality to control them or to snatch their country and their freedom.
That's right,
Yes.
Master.
Nobody will you.
Yes,
Right,
Master.
yes.
Not in their hearts. See, now they're still fighting, and they know they might not have any chance of winning, but they still fight.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Win or lose, they just want to show that they don't like this brutality, this wicked evil of Putin.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
So now the world seems to capiche, finally, a little bit more than before.
Yes. Right.
Yes, Master.
Before they just say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just a local fight. What does it mean, local fight? So you just let people die like that just because they are not your countrymen? Is that funny mentality?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
So you're just as wicked as Putin because Putin doesn't care.
Right, Master.
So if you support him or you just let it be, then you're just the same as Putin.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So as I told you, if you see your neighbor in trouble, being beaten by bully, and you just stand there and watch, then you're just as bad as that guy, the bully.
Yes. Yes.
And then especially beaten women and children in front of you, and you just do nothing. How can that be? What kind of beast is that? Even the beast, sometimes they will protect other species.
Yes.
Talking about being the beast, we saw many clips. It's lucky somebody recorded that even in the wild, they protect each other, protect others.
Yes.
Even one lion protected one of the sheep people. Or one leopard person protected one orphan monkey person.
Yes.
I saw a documentary on the internet a long time ago. For example, like that.
Yes.
Protected and took that monkey person into his own arms and protected him and took him up to the tree and all that because he's too small. And protected him from hunters and from other animal people and whatever he did protect. In the Amazon jungle somewhere, somebody happened to record it. Some lucky moment that they can capture such things.
Yes, Master.
It's rare because they are wild and nobody would even know to go there and catch it on time like that.
Yes.
Just some people are adventurous. They happen to see it. Because the lion person or the leopard person, they don't have cameras, do they? Making a film, recording and putting it up on Supreme Master Television. For sure. Yeah. I wish they do. I wish they do. One of the parrot people, he stole the camera from somebody and then recorded himself in flight. A short film. Yeah. And some monkey person also stole one camera and then made a film with it or something like that. Anyway, there are some stories, but they're not always on TikTok. Yeah, because not everybody captures it. Even my dog person, remember, she spoke English to me the first time, but I was just standing there. I didn't even remember the camera exists on the planet. Until she finished, because she kept running like crazy, jumping from sofa to bed and bed to table even. Yeah, a high table, and then jumping back, jumping down, and always saying at the same time, jumping and saying, I love you, I love you, oh, I love you, I love you. I would just speechless and startled, just stood there like planted there. I never knew she could speak English.
Wow.
She never said it until that day when I did some retreats for the first time. And she knew I was nearby and she could not see me and she worried so much.
Oh.
She took me in as if she's my guardian instead of vice versa. Yeah. I read something on the internet today that there's one dog person who has been like, some people, they kept a dog person just to breed puppies.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And then later on, they abandoned her, and then she was in a shelter, and she was pregnant. But already long past due time, she didn't want to give birth because she was in a shelter, and it's noisy and tight, and she worried about the baby, so she just held it. She did not give birth.
Wow.
Past due time already. One couple came and just adopted her, and then wonder why, and then took her to the vet, and the vet also say that she must give birth soon, in 48 hours. If she doesn't, then you have to bring her back. Probably do some unnatural procedure for her. And then this couple just frantically searched the internet to know if there is any other history of the same thing. And they found some answers, because the dog person didn't feel secure, did not feel secure to give birth to her children. She worried about them. Not safe, not secure. So if you give her a room privately, alone, and of course not just love, but give her room, space, and then she probably would do it when she feels secure and safe and private. And then they did that. They gave her in a corner a room with all beautiful blankets and everything ready also for puppies, and then they see what's next. And the next morning she gave birth. Wow. She gave birth in the night already, and they saw it in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
12 puppies. And she held that all in her stomach. Because she didn't feel safe for the babies. She wanted to protect them.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They know everything, the animal people. Only humans are the ones who don't know.
Yes.
My God. Can you imagine your mother can do that? Oh, no, maybe not. But she can do it.
Wow.
The animal people, they're so powerful. When they want something, they do it. My God. Just like I told you, my dog's person, she bit the iron chain to run away.
Oh.
Yes.
But in the next few hours, he came back knocking at the door again. Because I have her babies.
Oh.
And her baby told her that we are treated well here. We're not going with you anywhere. Yeah, one time she wanted to take them all to go together with her, and they all came back to me.
Oh.
I knew them only a few days.
Oh.
She broke in the garage door and she took the babies out. And they were all over on the street already.
Oh.
But we came out and we were calling, hey, don't go, come back. And they all ran back. I did not speak in Thai though. I spoke English. And they understood everything. They all run, came back. And next time she came, they said, we're not going. We are good here. We have vegan milk, we have soup, we have food, we have love, we have warmth, and blankets and bed, everything. Good water, and we don't need anything. So she has to come back then. Come to me. And then I could hug her and carry her on my shoulders already. At that time, now she's so fat. No, she's not fat, but what I mean, she's all round now.
Yes.
All normal now. At that time, she was only skin and bones.
Oh.
She fed 9 babies, not all hers.
Wow.
And she was just skin and bones because it's difficult to find food in the garbage and all that.
Yeah.
And then whatever milk she had, only 1 or 2 teeth had milk, the doctor told me.
Wow.
And she gave them all.
Wow.
And then she needed to escape to go out to eat and come back to feed the baby. That's what she thought.
Oh.
Yeah, but later she saw that they have a lot of good food and she also has, so she stayed. She let me carry her on my shoulders. Yeah, walking around or in the garden showing off to my neighbors. Nobody can touch her before.
Oh.
Just a few days, and within, I think, 1 week or 10 days, she settled down already inside my house at that time in Thailand. That's about that.
Mai em về trời xanh không em, nơi em về ngày vui không em, ta nghe từng giọt lệ rơi xuống thành hồ nước long lanh.